Hi there everybody. I've come here today to a little village in southwest France called LaSalle. Now, I have driven past this place 1,000 times and never really stopped to take a look at it. Not until all my brothers in the mud flood and the Tartarian community woke me up to what's going on around here. Now, I want to zoom in on this dude up here. Now, it looks to me like this is an original part of the building, whereas as you look around, you can see that there are some newer, more modern pieces, cemented in and fitted in here and there. But these little faces up here are most definitely original, and I really can't see properly here now with the light in my eyes. But anyway, let me try and get back to normality here. I'm going to take a little walk up the side here, where there is evidence that it's 15 or 20 feet higher at the back of the church than at the front. The mud is. I'm going to try and do this fairly quickly. As you can see there now, how the level rises all the way back up to the very back. It's got a dome. The tower that goes with the dome has probably been removed, as there is there's another old chateau just across the road from it there. Anyway, I'm going to go up the steps. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to start checking this place out. And look, these are not new. There has work being done. It is kind of odd. And then there is a sort of a chateau type thing just across the road. Have not investigated that yet. Driven past it 10,000 times. Now, in we go. I'm going to have to be a little bit more quiet in here. There are some ancient mosaics, more little paintings on the wall. And it looks like the ceiling has been redone. Let me just continue on up here. These chairs look to me like they're a little bit of an afterthought. And the place is in need of a bit of work. You'd think that the richest corporation on the face of this earth would throw a few quid at this and fix the place up a bit. But no. And let me tell you why. Because many people tell me down here since the revolution that the church has lost all of its power, its land, its buildings, and the local mayor is probably the owner, the mairie is probably the owner of this place. They're not going to spend any money on it. And of course, this Catholic Church of Rome has never spent a penny on anything or ever built anything since its inception. All they've ever done is go around the world and smash things up and crucify people. Now, I was told that there is a downstairs. What have we got here? Actually, the dome of the church is not visible from the inside. You know, they have recently rebuilt this place. And all of the ancient old structures that were here are gone. The ceiling, you know, the vaulted ceiling and the old wooden ceilings or whatever, could have been burnt out for all we know. Looks pretty fresh too. Now I wonder where the downstairs is that I've been told about. Buildings like this are all over rural France. In the tiniest of villages, where only 100 people or 50 people live. And can you imagine that they would build something like this for 50, 60 people? When you look at the amount of mud flood evidence that there is in this area, this building must have been, can't see that window, I'm gonna have to see it from the outside. This building must have been serving a larger community whose houses are under 20 feet of mud right now. Now, I was told there was a downstairs. You can walk down into it. Now, I can't find it anywhere. These windows are very difficult to see. With the light shining through, I'll try here from a little bit of an angle. Yeah, well, nothing that special about them. Yeah, these buildings had mechanisms for collecting ethereal electricity. That's all gone. There's been some rebuilding up here. I haven't seen any cymatic windows. Can't tell whether they ever had an organ and whether they were... Well, you know that these places were all used as healing centers and not for collective religious worship. Trying to keep my voice down here because there's people around. I don't want to make too much noise. There's a couple of little interesting things up there. Let me zoom in on this baby. Why is it not zooming? There you go. Hard to say what that is. Could be some type of coat of arms. And another one right there. And there is something else up here. Just little paintings on the wall all over the place. There. We sneak back outside. Bonjour. Just take a tiny little look up the side here. Now you can see mud flood. You can see that this place has been dug out. Maybe this is the door into the downstairs. We have a peek. Exposition. Whoops. Bit of a ceiling in there. Huh? Rough and rugged. And this is the priory next door. Obviously this is where the priests had free breakfast, lunch and dinner every day while they accosted the local community. Now here's more mud flood evidence. Now I can't get downstairs like I was told I could get downstairs. And I want to see what is downstairs. I want to see where they used to keep the rack. You know? The racks for measuring. Strap you down and measure your intestines in many more ways than one. Okay, let's walk around the back of it here. Yeah, this is not easy in this sunlight with this camera bouncing around. We got some gargoyles hiding around the back. Yeah? Very hard to hold the camera steady. You have to forgive me on this. It's really annoying. And I can't see either, but I'm going to have a look at these other gargoyles. Or is it? Yes, it is. Yeah. Now, I was told it had a downstairs. I've been around everywhere, and I definitely can't find it. Now it's been repaired. It's had a lot of repair. Well, a lot of people down through the years are telling me, it looks like a bit of old wall there. Well, it's been repaired. After the flood, these places must have been in a right mess. And then if they did end up getting things dug out so that they could get back to their stealing the last few quid off people every Sunday, then along came World War One and then World War Two. And first thing the Nazis did when they got here to piss the locals off would be to set fire to your church. Yeah, the roof is a little bit more modern. And then you got this thing. I wouldn't really call it a tower to the domes, but that roof is fairly fresh. Anyway, that's what you're going to find in rural southwest France. And I mean, every single village I go through now has got mud flood church and mud flood buildings, and people call them their cellar. And it was purposely built to keep their stuff cold, whereas every winter they're down there with a bilge pump pumping out the bloody water. Anyway, the rest of LaSalle is old and going up and down hills with windows into the ground, and nobody around here has got a clue. Well, I would like to start doing some of these videos in French, try to get through to the French people, because I'm telling you, if you search French internet looking for mud flood, looking for Tartaria, you ain't going to find diddly squat. And I don't know why that is. Is it because people are simply quite just unaware of it? Or are these parasites blocking it? Because I'll tell you, a story like the mud flood here in France right now could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. That's enough for today. I'm out of here. See you all.